Hey guys, and welcome to another FIFA22 comparison player review. And today, guys, we're going to be doing the 83 rated Rulebreakers Ripart against the 86 rated icon Rulebreakers. Now, you're probably thinking this is not a fair comparison on the face of it. And yeah, you'd think so. I mean, first of all, Ripart comes out and packs as a striker, but obviously common sense would tell you not to play him as a striker. You want to play him as a centre midfielder because he's got the stats to be good for that position. And that's exactly what I've done. Now, a few things to explain. I know it says he was on 2 chemistry. He actually was played on full chemistry. It was 4 games, 1 goal and 3 assists. I took him into the live foot friendlies, Red Links game modes. So he was actually playing on full chemistry. I thought that for this year, live foot friendlies recorded every single player stat. It's only the amount of games that you play. For some reason, it wasn't recording the assists and the goals. I thought it'd done that this year, but apparently not. It's just the amount of games that you play with them in foot friendlies, which I think is a bit stupid. But anyway, there we go. And yeah, we're going to be comparing against the 86 Rude Gullit now. A few things to mention. Ripart will cost you no more than 30,000 coins. Rude Gullit will cost you around about 1 million. Now, don't get me wrong. When I reviewed Rude Gullit, and you can go back and watch my review on him, I said at the time that he was one of the best icon box-to-box midfielders that you can get in this game for under 1 million coins. But is Rude Gullit a little bit too overpriced? Can someone like a Ripart from League One and will cost you no more than 30,000 coins, can he compare with a card that will cost you almost 1 million coins? Well, the interesting thing is, before we actually get into how they played in game, Ripart's got 3 more pace, 3 more shooting, 2 more physicality. They both have the same dribbling. Fair enough, he does have 8 less passing and 3 less defending. But on the whole, they're very similar type of card. It's only really the passing where Ripart is actually really outclassed by Rude Gullit. And when I used him in game, you know, I was still a massive fan of Ripart's passing. I mean, he got me 3 assists in those in those 4 matches, and his passing stats are not the most insane, but not the worst. 80 short passing, 80 long passing, 79 vision. Yeah, compared to someone like a Rude Gullit, they are a class, but he certainly was still not bad at all. He still came over with the 3 assists in those 4 games. His physicality was obviously very good. Both of them have actually 82 in-game strength. I personally thought that Ripart felt a lot stronger than Gullit in game. It's interesting though because Rude Gullit is taller, and that's obviously a good thing for a box-to-box. For the Rude Gullit is 6'3", Ripart 5'11", but obviously height doesn't mean everything. Personally, I do generally, on the whole, like my midfielders to be typically taller, but it's not the end of the world. But Ripart, though, was superb. For what you're paying, he's French, he's easy to link into, he's still playing in a major league. He is fantastic value for money, 100% 10 out of 10 value for money. Now, Rude Gullit was another fantastic card still. Interestingly, didn't score any games in the 3 games when I used him with. I mean, Ripart's goal, though, wasn't from open play. It was just from the penalty spots. But Gullit played 1 less game. His games were played in division rivals, which you can maybe argue are a harder game mode to play than live foot friendlies. And it was 3 games, 0 goals, and 3 assists for him. He was still fantastic. Another thing that Gullit does have that Ripart doesn't have is the 5-star weak foot. Both of them are 3-star skill, but Gullit's got the 5-star weak foot compared to the 3-star on Ripart, and that's obviously a nice little additional trait to have. But is it worth spending like an extra 900,000 coins just to have the 2-star more weak foot? It's not like the strikers, that the midfielders, so weak foot doesn't necessarily matter too much. You're realistically not going to be playing these guys as cams either. So yeah, he does have a little bit more height. He does have the 5-star weak foot, which Ripart doesn't have, but I don't really think it means too much on the whole. The one thing I would say is, despite actually having 3 overall worse pace, Gullit felt a lot quicker compared to Ripart. I'm not saying that Ripart was slow or anything like that, but did feel quicker on the whole. And we have here in the summary section, I would say that to use in game, Gullit is the better overall cards. I think he's got a little bit more about him in that, I thought his dribbling was also really good, better than what it was compared to Ripart. They both have 82 overall dribbling, but I thought Gullit felt a little bit more smoother in game, not quite as clunky on the ball and stuff like that. I'm not saying that Ripart's dribbling was bad, but I did think that Gullit was better. But in terms of value for coins, Ripart is so much more cheaper and insane value for coins. Gullit is solid, and compared to the 2 of them, is the better player. But when we're talking about value for money, he isn't anywhere near on the same level of value for money as someone that will cost you no more than 30,000 coins. So yes, on the whole, Gullit is the better overall player, but Ripart is by far much better value for coins. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.